What's up, y'all? Man, this is an epic show tonight, man. Yo, if y'all don't know, man, Baltimore is in the house. We're truly representing the night. Real talk. Man, they
Real
say,
Baltimore.
they say, right, we don't stick together.
Hmm.
We gonna prove them wrong tonight. Right, Hendo? Man,
Indeed.
without further ado, man, I wanna announce my bro, man. West Side's own. Man, oh man. Clothing line, rapper, my bad, artist.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Without further ado, man, you want to introduce yourself to the world?
Hey, look, I ain't nobody but Lenwood. I'm a regular guy. I mean, I just do some extraordinary stuff sometimes.
Yeah. Man, oh man.
A little creative.
How about this? Before I go on, I can't forget the extraordinaire executive producer, the man, the legend, the myth. What's up, good brother?
Chilling. Tired.
That's what's up, man. Man, oh man. Shout out to Bazel. Dame. What's happening? What's happening, y'all? Well, we gonna cut to the chase, Linwood.
Let's go.
Let's talk about you.
Let's do
Let's
it.
start from the beginning. Your name, how things came about.
So Lenwood. So my actual name is Lenny.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so my grandfather name was Lenny. My father name was Lenny, and now here I go in 2023 with a 1930s ass name. So my name is Lennie Walker. Is my
Mm-hmm.
name and shit. And I don't know, like when I was younger and shit, like all my friends had nicknames and shit. And by my
Mm-hmm.
nickname already being a nickname, I ain't really never had no nickname and shit. So
Mm.
then I think like once I started to try to do music and shit, like my homeboys came like used to come up like with me and try to give me a name and shit. So I guess I always had like hard bars and shit. So
Mm-hmm.
nigga like, yo, we gonna call you Lenny Bars. Like, no the fuck you not. Like I no, like I ain't like that. I mean, so like my homeboy Fro and shit. Like we used to always joke each other and shit. And we had this thing where like if some of a group of girls walked past and shit, I'd be like, hey y'all, Fro over here. You know what I mean? So like one day he was like, hey y'all, Lenwood over here. And
mm.
that shit just stuck. You know what I mean? And niggas just kept on calling me Lenwood.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Already let the cat out the bag so they know where you from. They
Yeah,
know
yeah.
you from B-more. But you want to elaborate on where you're actually from in
I'm,
B-more?
I'm from all over, to be honest.
Okay.
But I'm from Park Heights and shit, and I was born at Park Heights and shit. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I lived around there for a minute and shit, and then like by the time I got like to go to school and shit like that, my peoples wasn't with that go to school and the shitty shit. Like
Hmm.
so, like you know how like your grandmother passed away and every in the
Mm.
house go and this person go that way and da. So like I
Mm.
went with my aunt and shit, and my aunt was one of them like we ain't living in the city
Mm.
type ones and shit. So
Mm.
like even if we fucking move every 2 years and shit, like we was not moving into the
Mm.
city. So like if I can't do shit, I can pack a box. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? But yeah, I mean, so we moved around a lot and shit. So I went to like a lot of different county schools and shit. I went to some city schools and shit because like I said, I moved around a whole lot and shit. You know what I
Mm.
mean? But I'm from up Park Heights and shit, and like that's home. You know what I mean? And I just like when I was out the county, I was the kid from up Park Heights.
Mm.
When I was up I used to be up on Emerson Avenue and shit. I mean on Loudon and shit, around there and shit. I was
Mm.
the nigga from Park Heights.
Mm.
I used to be down on Division and McMecken and shit right there, best shake and bake with my homeboys from right there and shit. I mean,
Mm.
uh, I was the nigga from Park Heights.
Ha.
I was down on across Martin Luther King at Orchard Muse, the little you know what I mean down there and shit. I hoop with Mello and shit, like on the creek
Mm.
and all that other kind of shit. Like I was a nigga from Park Heights. So yeah.
Got
And
you.
then I think the thing about me is like uh I I made a name for myself in the city,
Mm-hmm.
but not in my hood. I made it in the city and took my hood with me. Like I didn't make a name in my hood, then go out in the city. I did it the other way around.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I'm like I said, I was always from Park Heights and shit, but I was everywhere else just representing from wherever I was at.
Mm. All right. Well, let me ask you this, bro. What or who inspired you to do music?
Um, to be honest, my mother.
Hmm.
My mother trained me to do music, and she ain't even mean it.
Hmm.
I ain't mean it.
Hmm.
Like, if I'm gonna be wholeheartedly honest with you, yo, like what I really understand about myself now, since I've been doing it so long, I never was bad.
Hmm.
And when I tell the story, like it kind of makes sense why. You know what I mean? When I was younger and shit, I used to live with my aunt. So me and my mother, our connection was music and shit. So I ain't talk to her and but when I talked to her, we would talk about music and you know what I mean, and our shit was like Bone Thugs and Harmony. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I used to go over my mother's house and watch her like at the time I didn't know what she was doing until I got older and shit. But I used to watch her sit there at the radio and she would record all the songs.
Hmm.
And then after she would record all the songs, she would go back and listen and play and stop and play and stop and play and stop and write down the lyrics while she was doing it.
Hmm.
I didn't
Wow.
That old school
like
stuff.
right
Hmm.
now in my mind, I ain't understand why she was doing it, but I did it because I know that me and her conversations was always about music and shit,
Hmm.
and it was always about Bone Thugs and Harmony, and she was
Hmm.
gonna always ask me like, what this part say and what that part say. So I just go to the book like I be saying her in that book, and I got all the shit in the book for real. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? So then I realized, I mean, once I got older and shit, she was like, when you out in the club,
Hmm.
if you know the words to the song, you can
Right.
you can perform it instead of listening to it.
Hmm.
So if you out there and you really like instead of you really like just dancing to the beat of a song, if you know the words to the motherfucker, you can really perform it and really do. And my mother was a club head, so that's all the fuck she did was being in the middle with the club, performing all the songs and shit.
That's what's
You know
up.
what I mean? But so then like I by the time I got to like high school, like I realized that I like to write.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So what I used to do was I used to write out albums.
Hmm.
Like when I say albums, I mean like the Lil Wayne, the Block is Hot whole album, verse for verse, chorus, bridge, like all that shit in a composition notebook. And
Hmm.
uh Jada Kiss, the locks,
Hmm.
fucking fabulous freestyles, like uh
Hmm.
underground artists like Graph and shit like that. Like
Hmm.
I used to listen to like I first off I listen to by me being in the county and shit, I listen to all different kind of music and shit. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So once I you know what I mean once I got to like I wanna say like 12th grade,
Hmm.
it was like right before after I graduated and shit. I had went to a my homeboy used to rap.
Hmm.
And you know, like I used to go around with like I was part of his little entourage and shit. I
Hmm.
wasn't a rapper, but we used to walk around with him and shit. But
Hmm.
I ain't like he never inspired me to rap because he was a fictional rapper.
Hmm.
He was the we got Maseratis and six bitches and like he was one of them rappers and shit. So they ain't really appeal to me for real.
Right.
You know what I mean? So one day we had went to like a McDonald's or something, and him and another guy was like going back and forth, right?
Hmm.
This was the first time. Just you know how niggas be doing the little beating on the chest shit now and shit. This the
Yeah.
first time I ever seen a nigga do that. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And oh, 1 second. My bad.
No, it's all good.
It was I ain't want my shit to cut off on y'all. All right. My fault.
Hmm.
Man, I don't like this angle, but I'm sorry.
It's all good.
It was the what was I saying? It was the first time.
Beating on his
The
chest.
hitting it. Yeah.
It was the first time yo was beating on his chest and stuff. So I but what he was saying,
Mm,
it was so regular, yo. Like, and when I
mm,
mean like regular, I mean like I just went to the store and I forgot my wallet in the house, and now I gotta walk back. Like it was,
mm.
and I was like, shit, like I could do that. You know what I
Right.
mean? And I started to write and shit, and like my first rap was about jail or something.
Mm,
Yeah, I
mm-hmm.
mean, and from then on and shit, like I just kept fucking with it, and I ended up being with my same homeboy and landing in a group. Like we did like a little CD or something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And a guy, like I was at the bowling alley one day, and a guy
Mm-hmm.
walked up to me and shit. He was like, "Yo, ain't your name Lenny?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "You on that CD? But what's the name of that, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." He like, "Yo, that CD hard, yo, but your parts, your parts get a nigga through the day."
Mm,
And whatever feeling that gave me,
mm-hmm.
I've been chasing it ever since.
That's what's up. That's what's
So,
up.
so it's
Hmm.
like I said, so when I started
Like a
writing,
drug.
when I
Mm,
started writing music and shit, it was like I already knew 16s and brick ball like hooks and like what bars is and how to count the bars. And like I knew how to do all that shit because, like I said, already before I've been writing down all the Little Wayne and this, that, and that. So like I already had like the formula. I just had to put my self into it. And then like I think as I grew and shit, I just grew into like my own personality as a rapper and shit. And now here I am.
man, man. You had mentioned Bone Thugs and Little Wayne.
Yeah.
Where is that the moment in time that you fell in love with hip hop?
I'm I think I fell in love with hip hop before I knew it.
Mm.
Hmm.
My mother took me to like a Run DMC concert when I was like
Oh,
3
Oh,
yeah,
here we go.
yeah.
on her shoulders and like
Mm.
like I don't remember it, but
Mm-hmm.
like I remember like
The feeling.
I remember like I got a foggy memory of being in like the arena in like the little hallway eating some cotton candy. Like that's it. But I think it was like my mother been so into music as it evolved into what it has and shit that I grew up. I was born in '83, yo. So like I was
Mm.
born right there at the cusp of that shit.
How
And
about that?
then 5 years into that, 5 years into the music shit, the crack shit hit.
Hmm.
Mm.
And
Hmm.
then a little bit after that, I'm 10 years old and shit just like it's a whole like it's so many different events in my life happening and shit for me to get where I'm at now, yo.
Mm. Hmm.
Like I said, my father was killed when I was 3 months old and
Hmm.
shit. Like I mean my mother just had me and then we was all at the house and shit. Uh House break up. My uncle get killed when I was 10
Mm.
and that was really it for me.
Hmm.
All the rest of my uncles was fiends and shit, and everybody in my family was girls. And
Mm.
once my uncle got killed, he was the youngest uncle, and
Hmm.
I'm the first grandchild. So
Mm.
we was the closest out of
Right.
Hmm.
in age out of everybody. It was
Mm-hmm.
like he was the youngest baby, and then I was the first one of the next generation and shit.
Mm.
So he looked out for me and all that. So once he was gone from 10 on, it was nothing. But it was nothing
Hmm.
Mm.
to this day for real. Like,
Mm. Yeah. Shout out to Dame, man. He said he was at that concert or
Who?
similar concert. He said Run DMC, Eric B. and Rakim,
yeah,
Back in
Houdini.
back in
yeah,
'86.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. It was big about that, about 86, 87,
Yeah.
around that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Man. Scotty Rivers. Peace, my young brother.
What's going on?
I got weed
Man,
in
oh
my pocket.
man. I appreciate all of y'all for showing up for your bros, for your bros. Man, with the a Linwood.
Yeah,
With that being said, man, what's your favorite style of hip hop?
hip hop.
Okay.
I ain't. I'm a young old nigga, yo.
Mm,
So I understand both. I understand, like my adolescent years of the Jada Kisses and all that shit was going to be in my heart to my standard for the other shit. But I'm still young enough to like Gunna and Lil Uzi and Lil Baby, and I mean, so I just I like music, yo. Like I like music because music is the only thing that feelings sound like.
That's facts.
The only thing that feelings sound like. You want to hear some? You want to hear how a nigga feel? Listen to a song.
How about that?
And the best artist can put his emotions in the song.
Facts.
Yeah, that was deep, man.
I mean,
Well said. Well
True
put.
statement. Like, listen, like what was it? I think it was yesterday. Like for some reason, I got in the mood, and to recharge my batteries, I have to listen to certain songs. Like I get my love from songs. That's how I fill myself up. That way I can give back to other people. So I understand exactly what you're saying, brother.
Music raised me, yo. I'm like what I just say. I ain't had no fathers and none of that shit.
Right.
In my last song, I just said I learned all my lessons from everything that I seen. I'm a product of music and movies and shit. Like I'll be watching a movie and they'll say something in the movie and shit. I'll be like, that's where the fuck I got that from.
Yep.
Like no, but like normally that's how niggas be with their fathers and shit. Like I get this from my father. I get that. No, I get my shit from Life and Class Act and all them other fucking movies I watched when I was a kid and shit. Like I'm a product of all that shit. Like
Yeah. Man, so with the segue, how you feel about the current state of hip hop? I know you kind of touched on it already.
I like music, yo. I mean, I ain't mad at it. All right. So the fan in me ain't mad at it at all. The rapper in me is like, all right, like how is niggas still making money? Like how is niggas still successful off drug raps? I don't understand.
About
It's
that.
the same shit over and over and over. Like I think now I listen to the Lil Babies and the Lil Durks and all that other kind of shit because my style of rap that I don't like them niggas. I don't like J. Cole and Griselda and them niggas is corny. All of them. J. Cole born this shit. He gonna put you to sleep. And
Wow.
fucking Griselda and shit with Benny the Butcher is the cocaine selling, this drug dealing, this hustler. It's like, okay, y'all niggas still Ace from Paid in Full. That was in the 80s. Like, what's happening?
They took the playbook.
Yeah.
So, but the thing about me as a rapper and shit, I still talk about all that same shit just in a different light. I talk like they talk about that shit like it's cool. I talk about it and give you the whole deal. Like, okay, yeah, you whipping, flipping this, that, and the third and shit, but you showed your man and shit. Now them niggas looking for you when you ain't been home in 3 days. Like, I give you the whole story. I'm not about to cut no corners and make it seem like this shit all motherfucking bricks and dollars and glitz and glamour.
Right. Yeah. And that's what we need more of. You know what I mean?
Niggas don't got no concept. Niggas don't got no, like, everything is the same thing, yo. You want to know what's so crazy about music?
What?
Rap niggas single-handedly kill R&B. Single-handedly. With one thing. The hating culture. You know how they got the cancel shit now?
Yeah.
Remember how bad hating was back in it, like for a second? Like everything was hating. You couldn't do shit and wasn't hating.
Right.
If you think about it, 87% of R&B is niggas hating. Girl, he can't. Your man ain't gonna do you like I'ma do you. He was over there with Curl and them last night, hating ass niggas. And now it ain't cool to love bitches no more neither. So now you got Chris Brown pop locking and dancing, and all he talking about is fucking
bitch. Man, oh man. All right. Well, let me ask you this, bro. What you got on your playlist? What you vibing to
right now?
Yeah,
Gunna.
Okay.
Gunna. I listen to a lot of Gunna and a lot of I listen to it surprisingly, I listen to a lot of Baltimore artists.
Okay.
That's what's up.
I
That's
listen to a lot.
definitely what's up.
It is because when I was rapping before, my whole thing, like how I am now, and shit, my whole thing was about the rap. Like I was just trying to make the rap niggas better because niggas was horrible back then. Like
Hmm.
niggas got like, but these young niggas is good now. I ain't gonna hold you. I like what they doing.
Yeah,
I like.
yeah,
I even like. I even like Moose. I even like his growth.
yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
like him. I didn't like him at first, but
Mm,
that's thanks to Scooter. Like when Scooter did the bird flu shit, I totally
mm-hmm,
wrote him off. Like this
mm,
nigga chewing on the song. I don't want to hear nothing he ever got said. You know
mm,
what I mean? And
mm,
then, and when he passed away, I was somewhere and they was like doing a tribute to him, and I heard King Me, and I heard
mm,
how great he got,
mm,
and I was like, okay, I ain't gonna do that no more. I give a nigga the room to get better. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm,
And over the past, like I want to say 2-3 months and shit, I've came across some moose shit that I like and shit. I like
mm-hmm,
Roddy Rex.
mm-hmm,
I like OTR Chairs.
mm-hmm,
You know what I mean, I like yeah, him, then Gunna, then Lil Baby, and
mm-hmm,
I like Lil Dirt.
mm-hmm.
I do not like NBA YoungBoy.
Got you, got you. Yeah, yeah.
That that NBA YoungBoy is like NBA YoungBoy let me know how old I am because he got the music that we was playing when we was kids and shit, and your parents was like, that
That
ain't before I
garbage.
let go. Like, what the fuck is that? What that fucking noise is? Like, that's what NBA YoungBoy is to me.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I feel like Baltimore, man, we have such a rich culture with hip hop. I know we're known for the club music, but man, we got a lot of spitters here. We got a lot of stuff to offer here.
I
I'm unsure of why it's not in mainstream's
You
eyes.
know why?
Well, yeah,
They
yeah,
scared of us.
yeah,
They ain't
yeah,
giving no nigga. They ain't giving no Baltimore nigga no money.
yeah,
They
yeah,
gonna let. They ain't letting us in there.
yeah. Well,
But
hopefully,
that's anything though. Like they
mm,
don't like. You gotta understand. Once you make it out of Baltimore and shit, like you ain't even really from there for real. Like
mm,
Yeah.
you
Well,
still look like
they're scared of that because they feel like the Baltimore vibe or the Baltimore culture is going to infect what they got going on. Because we don't got much support around here. So I know if I'm from somewhere else, if I'm from down south and it's a bunch of Baltimore dudes trying to come make it where I'm at, my mindset is going to be, oh no, you're going to sit up here and be a cancer to what we got going on down here. So you keep that up there. That's why Baltimore dudes don't survive out here because we don't stick together. We don't come together as a people.
mm. Yeah, yeah, that's a fact, man. That's a fact. Hopefully, we could change the narrative, man. Because I believe in this. I believe in Baltimore. I believe it could happen. You know, you
Mhm.
just need the right people. You know what I mean? You know, as I always say, man, learn behavior, man. So if they see the shift in the behavior, maybe it'll be for the greater good.
They let go of their ego.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah,
biggest downfall of anything, ego.
yeah. Absolutely, no doubt, no doubt.
I'm still here. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good, man. I wanted to first I want to dive into the music. You doing music, right?
Right.
I've been vibing to your music, man. I dig what you doing. Um, you want to talk about any projects, anything you got coming up?
All right. So like, far as music and shit, like I said, I ain't like music really my diary for real, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Like that shit might sound slick, but it's all metaphors for something else. It's all metaphors for how I really feel about something.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, it's all little stories, little short stories, like the whole all that shit. I
Hmm.
mean, so like I said, for a long time, like I was just writing shit like when I get in the mood to or when I need
Mm-hmm.
to. You know what I mean? And I be sharing that with the closest people to me and shit, and then they just got to pushing me to do it and shit. So I'm gonna put out the EP, and then
Mm-hmm.
right after the EP, I'm gonna put out the album and shit. I think the EP gonna be called SOL,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a double meaning.
Hmm.
And it's like because I'm rapping like how I used to rap,
Mm-hmm.
so it's like SOL is same old Lenny,
Mm.
but it's also
Right.
shit out of luck.
Yeah. Yeah.
But and which means niggas is shit like by me being on my same old Lenny shit, niggas is shit out of luck. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I
I'm like
like that.
I'm like I'm everything concepts, everything about something, everything. Like I just can't. I don't. I don't got party songs. I don't got songs for the club. I don't got like all my shit is like just life, yo. Like you want to be honest, like shit that you could just relate to.
I can
It's
dig.
something different from what other people doing. So, but yeah, I'm gonna put out. I'm putting together SOL right now. I've been in the studio like once a week, and shit, putting that together, and then right after SOL gonna be Welcome to the Lennie Show.
That's what's up, man. I'm looking forward to hearing it. And you know, this your home, man.
Yeah,
Anytime when the time right, you let us know.
I
You know
got
what
you.
I mean? We might even play some stuff on the show.
I
We
got
make it work.
you.
We make it work. Man, shout out to Big Reg, man. Shout out to Brody. What's happening,
What's
y'all?
up, Big
Man,
Reg?
yeah. I appreciate y'all showing us love, man, being on the show,
Facts.
man.
Yeah,
This is a special, special show to me, man, because it's all B more in the house, man.
Facts.
How beautiful is that, man?
All success stories.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Now
Man,
I want to get into the clothing line.
Okay.
So
Well,
no, I just want to know how you got started into doing clothes, because sometimes a lot of artists, they just strictly stick to the music. They don't see anything outside of that, and apparently you had the vision to say, you know what, I want something more, I want something bigger. So how did that come about?
by accident, like
Yeah,
I
it happens like that.
I when I used to perform and shit, like all right, so I'm a big Young Dro fan, right? Not only am I a big Young Dro fan, I'm a big I'm a polo kid and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I grew up in, like I said, I went to the school with the county kids and shit, and we wore polo and shit. And even though in the hood polo was a thing and shit, so like I was a polo kid and shit. So every time I would have a show, I would go buy a polo. Different polo. Like so like if you go back and look at any pictures from any shows or any shows that's on YouTube and all that, I got a different polo on every time. And then I like at the height of like what was going on with me and shit, I had a performance that doubled as a birthday party that also doubled as a fucking video shoot. And so I had a song called Polo Party. I mean, so at my birthday, I had put out like I wanted everybody to wear polo to the birthday party and shit for the video shoot. So come the night of the party and shit, I got a phone call and shit, and it was a girl, and she was like, "Yo, I done been to like 2 different malls and shit, like yo, and like all the polos sold out of every mall." I was like, "What?" She was like, "Yeah." She was like, "I was able to get me like a hat or something and shit, but I didn't want you to see me in there and shit, and I ain't really have on nothing polo and be I mean." So then when we get to the party and shit, like the whole party had polo on, like everybody in the party had polo on,
That's what's up.
and I felt stupid. Cause it was like I just made Ralph all this money, and I don't even know what this nigga looked like. And I didn't like. It was at that moment I realized like what kind of power like I had for real. And from that moment on, I haven't worn nothing but my own shit since.
That's what's up.
Like I was going, like I had started, like I had a conversation with a guy, and like he was like, "Yo, I fuck with you, yo, cause you honest, yo. Like you just say how you feel and shit, and you really don't give a fuck." I said, "Yo, these niggas need some more truth around this motherfucker. Like, and shit might get a little bit better if niggas was honest and stop like just lying to niggas and shit." And I was like, I should start the fucking truth movement and something, something, and something. And he bust out laughing and shit, and that shit turned into a real thing. And my first shirts that I had got, it was just black t-shirts. It said £, the truth movement. And I was selling them. I was selling them and shit. And it I mean, it did what it did. Like I ain't really make no money off of it for real, but it was just something to do at the time and shit. So once I stopped doing music, I stopped doing that for real. And I started I worked with kids and shit like in the school. So long story short, I had went to work one day and I was mad because we was going on a trip and ain't nobody tell me. And I ain't bring no coat or nothing. And I knew by the time that it was that we was gonna be going to like a pumpkin patch or some shit. And we was gonna be outside. And I was like, fuck, because I ain't got no coat. I just got a hoodie.
Right.
Now mind you, now I'm mad. And I'm one of them niggas that when you get mad, can't nothing make me unmad until I'm unmad.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm mad with an attitude the whole time we was there. Now, Lil Shorty had a nice time and shit, but
Mm-hmm.
he could have had a better time if I wasn't walking around with my lip out like a 7-year-old and shit. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, and he ain't really paid no mind and shit. Like I said, he had a good time. So when we get back to the school, the lady, like the teacher and shit, she tell the kids and shit, she like, y'all drew what y'all seen at the place. So the little boy drew horses and shit. He drew pumpkins and shit like that. And he drew himself, and then he drew this angry face and shit. And he pointed at the angry face and was like, "Yeah, this you, because you was mad the whole time." And like you did, I bust out laughing. I thought it was funny and all that and shit. But then I really thought about it and shit. When I looked at the picture and shit, I'm like, that's me, yo, just mad, yo. And I'm like, I must have looked like a fool walking around with this face for an hour because Shorty hit that bitch dead on as soon as we got back to the school. You know what I mean? And I was like, yo, like it just made me like understand, like, yo, like when I get in that state and shit, like, yo, ain't nothing that can take me out of that shit, yo. But when I seen that picture, like, it was a visual reminder of myself, like, nigga, this what you look when you acting like that. You know what I mean? So I had took the picture and like put it on my phone, and I told my homeboy the same story, and I sent him the picture. And then I probably like a week later, me and him bumped heads about something, and he was like, "Yo," he sent me the picture back, and shit was like, "Don't be yo." And
Okay.
I was like, "Bitch," and it made sense, yo. And like I said, I put it on the shirt. I mean, and like if I get upset in that 1 second, if I see that on my shirt, it instantly, you know what I mean? And like I had did a podcast and how I just told y'all the story. Like I took that clip and I started posting it with the shirts, and it just blew up. You know what I
That's
mean? And yeah, so it's like it's really the story that's be selling the shit for real. Like, yeah.
that's
I
what's up.
yeah.
That
But let me say this too though. I did find Shorty who drew it. I gave him $100 for the drawing. You know what I mean? And then I asked his mother, once he get old enough, you know what I mean, I would like to hire him as a graphic artist and shit. So whatever shit that he draw, if I can use it, I'll pay him for it and make, you know
that's dope.
That's what's up.
That's amazing, man. That's dope, man. That's dope,
Right.
man. You might have changed the young brother's life by
Yeah.
just that. You know what I
Now,
mean?
now he has goals and aspirations.
Absolutely.
Not only that, what y'all don't understand is when y'all buy that shit and y'all wear that shit and y'all post pictures of that shit and all that shit, he sees that shit and tell his mom like, "Man, I drew that." Like, so, like, yeah, like, I appreciate y'all, yo. I appreciate everything. Like I said, if I don't know how to do nothing, I can take something and make it. I take nothing and make it something.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
yeah,
Speaking of which, I I got a couple pictures here of your products. So
okay.
let me see what I can do real quick. See if we can see it.
Yo, that
You know what I
performance to
mean?
me at the Five Seasons in the background is hilarious. That is great. Oh,
Mm.
that shirt. That's that's the washing instruction shirt.
hmm
So, all
Nice.
right, so don't you know how on the inside of your shirt it got the washing instructions?
hmm
I just made it real big and put it on the side of the shirt.
Brilliant, bro. Brilliant.
And it got all the sizes on it and all
That's
that.
what's
So
up.
like if you get a size, if yours is a size extra large, like the extra large got a purple around it or some shit like that.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It's something different.
So before I do this next one, I'm gonna let everybody know how I got introduced to you. So my man P, man, one day we at work and he was like, Dre, man, I got this guy, man. He got this fire merch, man. You gotta check it out. So he was sending me this merch, man. I'm like, yo, I'm digging that. I'm truly digging that. And that's how, man, Lenwood connected, right? But man, I'm gonna show you what my man P showed me that drew
Okay.
me in.
Okay. Oh, the Nike box. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So you want to elaborate on the Nike box?
So, all right. So it's a it's a great story. All right, so back in Christmas, right?
Mm-hmm.
So no, I I didn't get no Christmas presents,
Mm.
and I spent like I want to say like $2,000 on Christmas,
Mm.
2,000, 3,000. I spent some thousands of dollars on Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
and I ain't get not one present and shit. So I wasn't upset with nobody for real. I just was. I just like I said. When I said you got to trick yourself into being happy, so
Mm.
I bought myself two pair of shoes.
Hmm.
I mean, and I felt good. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and then for the next 4 or 5 months, every time I caught an attitude, I bought me some shoes and shit. So
Mm.
now I got like 30 pair of new shoes
Mm-hmm.
over here, and yeah, I'm sorry.
It's all good,
My
man.
bad.
Dirt bikes.
So
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
I, so I, so I got into the shoe thing and shit, and I had met a sneakerhead guy down in Bethesda. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean, and he was like, if you need any more of these kind of shoes, let me know, because I'm selling all mine, because Nike about to come out with some new ones.
Mm.
I was like, how you know that? Like, Nike ain't came out with these shoes in a long ass time. Like, how you know they about to come out with some new ones? He was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I work there.
Hmm.
I was like, oh.
Hmm.
So now in my mind, I need to build a relationship with this guy.
Facts.
So I bought every pair of fucking shoes that he was selling for real.
Mm.
And I
Hmm.
went back and forth down there like 6, 7, 8 times. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And those times and shit, just us talking and exchanging numbers and social medias and all that. He came across my thing and was like, "Yo, I see that you do clothes." I was like, "Yeah." He was like, you think you could design some shorts?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "I work at Nike and shit, and the motherfucking well, not I work at Nike, but he's like,
Mm-hmm.
people at Nike got some last season shorts. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean?" On clearance, and I get my discount on top of it.
Mm.
So he was like, I can get you a shit ton of shorts for a
Mm-hmm.
cheap price and shit. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
if you can design them, like put a design on them that's not on the regular Nike shorts and shit, and you know what I mean, design them and sell them and shit, we're gonna track everything that you do, and we're gonna try to introduce it to the people at Nike by you. Because you know
Mm.
Nike by you is where you customize your own shit.
Right, right.
So I was like, cool. You know what I mean? He dropped off all the shorts to me. And so when I got to thinking about this shit, I didn't want to be corny and put slap my logo on the side of some Nike shorts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because then it was just gonna look like some fucking corny made up Nike shorts. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
So I thought about it, and mind you, by me doing the shoe shit, I understand now like that the shoe box is a thing.
Mm.
So like a nigga will have to charge me less if he don't have the original shoe box that the shoe came in. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, all right, well, since the shoe box a thing, I took the shoe box and put the shoe box on the regular orange Nike shoe box on the shorts.
Mm.
And then I found another graphic and shit that had money coming out the shoe box, and I put that on the shorts.
Mm.
And I had my own customized version of Nike shorts.
Mm.
So then once I was I wanted to sell them for a certain price, but I didn't want nobody to feel like it was a little bit much.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, how? And then also I was working on my presentation.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought about it. I ain't never seen nothing. I ain't never seen a orange Nike shoebox and nothing like nothing other than but an orange Nike shoebox. So I was like, I'm gonna make some orange boxes
Mm-hmm.
to go with the shorts.
Mm.
And then not only that, when you get the box, you get the shorts. You'll get a shirt to go with it and a pair of socks.
Mm.
And it's just like all like while I was just, you know what I mean, it just all pieced itself together and shit. And I made 24 boxes. I sold all 24 boxes. And the middle of next month, I go up to Nike Innovation Lab in New York, and I got a meeting with Nike by you to sit down and talk about the progress and then everything that they did and all that shit.
That's what's up.
Absolutely brilliant, bro.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So
Man, oh man, a brilliant mind, man. It's amazing, man. Your story is inspirational, man.
I appreciate
I
that.
appreciate you sharing your story with us.
No,
Hmm.
no problem,
You know
man.
what I mean? But before we get out of here, man, how can people, one, get your merch, and two, get in contact with you on social media?
The same way, yo. Like I do everything hands on. Like everything is handmade. I mean, so uh my social media is Facebook is Lennie Walker, Lennie Walker, and then my Instagram is a Mister Ayeemr, and then everything else like don't be yo on everything though. Like don't be yo on Facebook, don't be yo on Instagram, don't be yo on TikTok. Like just don't be yo DONTBEYO, not just a B. Because people just put just a B on it and shit. But yeah, don't be yo all one word. A Mister Ayeemr on Instagram, and then Lennie Walker on Facebook.
That's what's up. Before we get out of here, man, Jay been very instrumental in the background, man. He loves your story, man. The don't be your story. He absolutely love it. Man, shout out to Jay, bro. Man,
Jay is
thank you for
sneakerhead.
joining us. Oh, Jay is a
Jay
sneakerhead?
is a sneakerhead. He got a room. He has a room up to the ceiling, just full of sneakers.
He need to holler at me. Like that's my specialty too. Like you take a picture of your shoes, send them to me, and I make a shirt based off the colorway of your shoes.
Okay.
That's
You
what's up.
you hear that, Jay? We gonna have his contacts.
Yeah, I do custom too. So,
Yeah, we gonna have his contact information down below. So check him out. And Jay, man, know you're a sneakerhead, man. Maybe we'll do a sneaker episode, man. Get you on board. Holler at us. Holler at us. We might make that happen. But yeah, before we get out of here, any parting words?
I mean, thank you, yo. I appreciate y'all. Just stay tuned. I got a lot of shit that I'm putting together. I got a lot of things that I'm trying to do. Like I'm a little slow with it because it's just me. Like I ain't got no everything. Like I ain't got no team or none of that. Like everything that you see produced basically is like really for me. You know what I mean? So I'm getting it together. I mean, baby steps and shit. But hopefully I want to say by like December, everything will get the ruling like I needed to get the ruling. But
Gosh.
I'm gonna keep y'all interested up until then. I'm still gonna be posting content and just trying to build and build and build. And I appreciate y'all, yo. I can't say that enough. Like I really appreciate y'all, yo. Like y'all make me feel like what I'm doing ain't for nothing. Cause like a lot of times, like I sit around and think like it's just me. You know what I mean? And I tell people all the time, shit like I need y'all, yo. Like cause like my support system is my everything. Because without y'all, it's just me. Like really, like without y'all, it's just me. Like I am everything that I am because of people like you, yo. And I appreciate you.
Well, no problem, man. And the feeling is mutual. And you got open door policy. So anytime, anything, all you gotta do is holler at us, man. And we be back here like we never left.
Yeah.
Man, Hendo, any part words, good brother?
No, just keep up the good work and listen. We be praying for you, hoping that everything goes the way that it should go, because we need somebody from here representing us. We need those success stories for these youngins out here to know it's stuff outside of this city other than music and sports.
Do me a favor, yo. If you can tap into me for a second and I can make you believe in what I'm trying to do, right? Only thing I ask you to do is be obnoxious about me to everybody else. Like be like get on niggas' nerves about how good I'm is. I really am like I swear I ain't to pat yourself on the back. Remember earlier, like I was telling you about the humbleness and all that. I'm just learning how to shake that shit off and shit. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I am amazing, yo. Like what I do. Like I ain't better than nobody. I ain't the best. I ain't nothing, but what I do with like I've mastered what I do, yo, and I'm super excited to share all this shit with y'all,
yo. No doubt.
So, like I said, one thing I ask is just be obnoxious, yo. Like the one thing that made me everything is word of mouth, yo. The internet shit cool, sharing my shit, all that shit cool, but word of mouth stick, yo. I mean, so that's all I ask and shit. Just be obnoxious with my name.
No doubt. And I'm gonna echo that. Man, shout out to OTR Mike, man. I
Yeah, yeah.
appreciate the love, man. I appreciate everybody.
What's up, Mike?
Yeah, yeah. And I want to echo on that. Um, I'm just appreciative, period, for everything. You know what I mean? But it feels even better when it's homegrown, when you got people from where you're from. They understand your struggle, they understand the culture, the lifestyle. You know what I mean? It hits different, it feels different. You know what I mean? So I applaud your success, man.
I
You know, you
appreciate
got a brilliant mind, man. You
I
touching the
appreciate
kids, man. You know what I mean? It's easy. I rap too. It's easy to put words together and exaggerate life. But when you talk the struggle, you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When you touch people and they feel you, it resonates differently. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But
Mm-hmm.
I digress, man. Everybody out there, man, be safe, be well. And until next time, man, we out of here.
Appreciate y'all, yo.
No problem.